This is it, everybody. The third build, the final play for Solar 3.0. Not gonna lie, this was a tough one to do. I've loved Sunbreaker since its release in D1. I even got to design one for a friend's Destiny fan series. His name is Gar. Trying to make a 3.0 loadout that doesn't rely on Loreley Splendorhelm has been a real challenge. But I have found something that not only fits my image of a Sunbreaker, it's a fun and viable build too. So, without further ado, let's snap into high gear because it's time for a Hail Mary.
He's on the 30-yard line, the 20, the 10, touchdown!
The quarterback titan is the self-sustaining playmaker of the team. You can go the full 100 yards without breaking a sweat. With the amount of firepower you'll be packing, your enemies will go out in a blaze of glory as you ascend into the Vanguard Hall of Flame. This build is all about throwing stuff, so you'll want to use the throwing hammer melee. Don't worry if you fumble, you can pick up your hammer and get a full recharge. Furthermore, if you hit an enemy before recovering your hammer, you'll get some health back too. Next, you'll want to pick the Hammer of Soul Super, not just because it fits the theme, but because it spawns a sunspot on activation. This synergizes with our main aspect, Sol Invictus. Ability kills or defeating an enemy with Scorch stacks creates a sunspot. By entering a sunspot, you gain health and ability regen, and your super lasts longer when you stand in one. We'll want to keep healing as much as possible, so there are two key fragments you'll want to equip. Ember of Empyrean will extend our restoration timer on solar kills, while Ember of Tempering will grant increased recovery when we get kills with solar weapons. Ember of Torches is a good option too, if you want to make yourself radiant on melee hits. Finally, you need to equip fusion grenades. Normally, these mini explosives stick to enemies and detonate after a short wait. However, their behavior changes when we equip our armor exotic. After your warm-ups, it's time to start passing with the Ashen gauntlets. With these, your fusion grenades will fly faster and farther, and explode on impact instead of sticking. While that's fun enough on its own, the Ashen Wake comes with an additional perk. Defeating enemies will refund grenade energy. A single red bar will give you a little, while an orange bar could get you up to half. However, if you take out a yellow bar enemy, a guardian, or a small group of enemies, you can get your entire charge back. There are many exotic weapons you can pair with this build. You could use Crimson to get quick heals on kills. You could use Witherhoard and quick swap to a weapon with Incandescent or Warmind cell generation. You could even use Skyburner's Oath or Jotun for consistent Scorch applications. However, there is one exotic that's been a reliable teammate ever since Destiny 2 first launched. Coming off the bench is the Sunshot. This hand cannon shoots fiery explosive rounds, and enemies killed by Sunshot explode. Better yet, the explosions will chain to other enemies. Sadly, this does not synergize with Solar 3.0's Scorch mechanic, which was a big missed opportunity. But don't worry, it does work extremely well with our fragments. One well-placed shot into a group of enemies can result in full stacks of Ember of Tempering and several charred corpses. Allow me to give you the play-by-play. First, use your hammer or fusion grenades to generate sunspots and gain Sol Invictus and Restoration. Next, mow down enemies with Sunshot to increase your restoration timer and boost your recovery. Your grenades and melee will be back long before the timers run out, so you can throw more hammers and fireballs to kickstart the process again. Stack this with your choice of combat style mods, and you'll be tanking damage better than the greatest of linemen. And there you have it, folks, our last Solar 3.0 build. Thanks again for tuning in. If you liked this video, drop us a like and a follow here and on our other socials. If you want to score some extra points with us, check out our merch on Teespring or support us on Patreon. Finally, if you're curious about that fan series I created a character for, look up Unbound Fates by Vulpes Lazuli over on DeviantArt. If you understand my kind of humor, you'll get why I named the Sunbreaker Gar and his ghost Dean. And if Kevin forgets to add the link in the description, feel free to roast him in the comments. See you all in the next round when Arc 3.0 comes out. Do good, be good, and take care.